Hi there, Colin Davis, ShadowTechAlchemy.com, SolutioPodcast.com, MelissaMariMovie.com, MelissaMariMusic.com. Those are the links. And this is our Tuesday, June 2nd broadcast. I'm not sure how many we've done so far, but I think I've broken my record of I've done a number of podcasts that make it to about 20 episodes, but I think I've gone well past that now. And I think I'm getting the hang of it to where I can just continue on and just offer this as a continual support to you guys. But as usual, this is the best way to approach this show is when people participate, when you guys send in your comments, your questions, or call in at some point or whatever. And so far it's been pretty good. I've been really liking engaging with everybody. And so let's just keep continuing on with that. Now we just got started with the show, and it takes a little while for people to come on. So I'm gonna talk about some various things and what's been going on with me, and the work that I've been working on, and then we'll get into our subject, which is relationship alchemy, relational alchemy, using your relationship as an alchemical vessel, exactly that. Using your relationship as an alchemical vessel, using the relationship in the same way that you would with yourself. You would be doing shadow work on yourself. You would be investigating yourself. You would be pulling you would be diagnosing and analyzing your inner parts. You'd be using some kind of psycho-spiritual system on yourself, and then you can do that in your relationship too. And your partner can be not your. It's not the same as being. I mean, it's much deeper than having a therapist. It really is much deeper than having a therapist, and not everybody can do this. Not all couples, obviously. Not all couples can have an alchemical relationship. It takes two people who are devoted to psycho-spiritual practice. And I would say that if one person is absolutely devoted to psycho-spiritual practice, and the other person is just not, well, then you can't have this kind of a relationship, and in many cases those kinds of relationships don't last. And so it's just one of those things, right? But you can have a relationship with somebody who's not really working on themselves, and you can be working on yourself, and then you can have other relationships. I'm not saying sexual relationships, but other relationships with a therapist or with other alchemists, so to speak. And you can, if you're able to be intimate enough and deep enough with them, then you can basically get your needs met that way. And so there are ways around it. And but at the same time, a lot of people that start, or that they get together, they have a life together, they have children together, whatever, and then they they go on different journeys. And so it's common that as people get deeper and deeper into this work and more serious about it, then that it either makes relationships become alchemical and bring them together, or it breaks them apart. This does happen. But we'll get into all of that. We'll be getting into all of that. Let me give you guys a little bit of an update as to what's going on in my with my own life and work. On the creative side, I've been engaged in. I've been writing a lot of papers. I have 3 white papers, intellectual papers that I'm putting out. One is called The Archetype of the Virus. The other one is called The Shadow Complex. And the other one is Integral Shadow. 3 different papers. They could all be, chapters of a book. We have a rainstorm. That's the other thing to point out is we have one of our springtime storms going on here in Austin. And so who knows if the internet will go out temporarily or not. If it does, I think the system will just rejoin after it comes back on. But hopefully it won't go out. But you may